I am discussing on DNA replication for state topic. DNA replication is doubling of the DNA in order to distribute the DNA equally to the two daughter cells formed. DNA is replicated or doubled in S phase of the cell cycle. We have two different types of cells, those are eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. The eukaryotic genome is much complex compared to the prokaryotic circular genome. So the eukaryotic DNA replication is more complex compared to the prokaryotic process. In both prokaryotes and eukaryotes, DNA replication is semi-conservative, that is, the double-stranded DNA is unwinded to single-stranded DNA molecules, and in the synthesis always takes place in 5' to the 3' direction. The DNA synthesis in the daughter strand always takes place in 5' to 3' direction against to the template strand. And during the synthesis, one of the strand, as it is in 3' to the 5' direction, the daughter strand synthesis opposite to it takes place in 5' to 3' directions without any interruption. That strand is considered as continuous strand or leading strand because there are no interruptions or blockages between. The synthesis is taking place continuously. And in the opposite strand, where the template strand is in the 5' to 3' direction, the synthesis takes place, the daughter strand synthesis takes place in discontinuous fashion, but synthesis always in both the leading and discontinuous or continuous or discontinuous strands takes place in 5' to 3' directions. In order to accommodate the synthesis in 5' to 3' direction, in the discontinuous strand, the synthesis takes place discontinuously, which are also called Okazaki fragment. After the completion of the replication, these syntheses are ligated or glued. From where does DNA replication starts? The DNA replication starts from the point of origin of replication. It contains conserved sequence composed of 80 rich sequences because it is easier to break the 2 hydrogen bonds connecting the A and T compared to the 3 hydrogen bonds between G and C. So the origin of replication is first identified by the helicases, and helicases starts unwinding the double-stranded DNA into the single-stranded templates. So when the DNA is unwinding, it forms a Y-shaped region in one of the strand that is in 3' to 5' direction. The continuous synthesis, strand synthesis takes place. In the opposite strand that is 5' to 3' direction, the discontinuous fragments synthesis takes place and it looks like a replication fork. Helicase is the enzyme which unwinds the DNA, double-stranded DNA to the single-stranded DNA template strand. Single-stranded binding proteins. Once the double-stranded DNA is separated as single strands, these proteins binds to the single-stranded DNA strands and prevents the further or re-annealing of the single strands into the double-strand DNA back. DNA topoisomerases are the enzymes which are enzymes or isomerases. By isomerization of the polynucleotide sequences, they create single or double-stranded break in the helix, double-stranded helix. They isomerize the nucleotides of the DNA and removes the supercoils formed within the double-stranded DNA due to the separation of the double-stranded DNA from the other end. So these are topoisomerases. We have two types of topoisomerases, topoisomerase 1 and topoisomerase 2. Topoisomerase 1 creates a single nick in one of the strand of the double-stranded DNA, and by isomerizing the nucleotides of the DNA strand, they prevent or they remove the supercoiling. DNA topoisomerase 2 makes two breaks within the two strands of the double-stranded DNA and removes the supercoils by isomerization of the polynucleotide chains. Primase makes an RNA primer on which DNA polymerase III can initiate replication. Once the strand is separated, the synthesis of the daughter strand requires a primer which contains RNA sequences. The RNA primer is synthesized by the enzyme called primase. Single-stranded binding proteins are one of them, which prevents the strands from re-annealing, that is, prevents the single-stranded DNA molecules formed from the unwinding of double-stranded DNA re-annealing back. They help the single-stranded DNA molecules remain straight and favors the daughter strand synthesis. The next molecule is DNA topoisomerase. DNA topoisomerase removes the supercoils formed in the opposite end of the separated DNA strand. When the one side of the DNA is separating, the opposite strand will be heavily entangled or supercoiled. So those has to be removed before the replication fork reaches the site. Otherwise, it may lead to the interruption to the DNA replication and cell death. So we have two different types of DNA topoisomerases identified, topoisomerase 1 and topoisomerase 2. Topoisomerase 1 creates a break in one of the strand and isomerizes the strand from one side to the another side and removes the supercoils, whereas topoisomerase 2 will create the nicks in both the strands and exchange or change the positions of the nucleotide chains from one side to the another side and removes the supercoils. These topoisomerases are targets for different chemotherapeutic drugs, such as in eukaryotes, irinotecan topotecan inhibits topoisomerase 1 and etoposide teniposide inhibit topoisomerase 2. In case of prokaryotes, we can use these topoisomerase inhibitors as antibiotics in treating gram-negative infections. Fluoroquinolones, which are such as ciprofloxacin, can inhibit the topoisomerase 2, and topoisomerase 2 is also called DNA gyrase. The next molecule is primase. The DNA synthesis or daughter strand synthesis doesn't start by DNA itself. The synthesis starts by the RNA molecule made by or synthesized by the primase enzyme. The RNA primer is a short fragment which provides hydroxyl group for the DNA polymerase, and DNA polymerase 3 will continue the daughter strand synthesis in both the leading and lagging strand. We have various types or different types of DNA polymerases, but DNA polymerase 3 in the prokaryotes and DNA polymerase delta in the eukaryotes, these are the main polymerases which play or which helps in DNA replication because they have large capacity to synthesize nucleotide chains or daughter strands without any interruptions or without any dissociations or falling from the synthesizing strand, because they have the support from clamping factor which helps them to continue the synthesis and finish the replication. Unlike DNA polymerase 1, which does not have or lacks the support of clamping protein, it will fall off from the DNA strand after synthesizing 50 to 100 nucleotide molecules. So DNA polymerase 1 cannot be a major enzyme in DNA replication or while synthesizing daughter strands opposite to the template strands. DNA polymerase 1 can act as an proofreading, or it plays a main role in repair DNA damage and repair system. DNA polymerase 3 synthesizes the daughter strand in 5' to 3' synthesis, and it is also having the proofreading ability, that is, proofreading is correcting any mismatches or mistakes during DNA synthesis. When the DNA polymerase 3 is moving in 5' to 3' direction, there are one or two chances for the mismatches to happen. So these mismatches are removed by 3' to 5' exonuclease, that is, DNA polymerase 3 will move back from 3' to 5' end and it will remove the mistake and replace the mistake with the correct base. DNA polymerase 3 can be a target for the DNA blocking DNA replication drugs. Drugs, by having modified 3' hydroxyl end, they interrupt the DNA replication by blocking the DNA polymerase 3 over modified 3' hydroxyl end. DNA polymerase 1 is found only in the prokaryotes. What is its main function? Primase, which makes the RNA primer on the 5' end of the daughter strand, has to be removed and replaced with the DNA. So the DNA polymerase 1 will remove the RNA primer and replaces it with the DNA molecule. Same functions as DNA polymerase III also excises RNA primer within the 5' to 3' exonuclease direction, and it replaces the RNA with the DNA. DNA ligase, it catalyzes the formation of phosphodiester bond within the strand of double-stranded DNA. It mainly joins the Okazaki fragments in the discontinuous strand by forming phosphodiester bonds between the Okazaki fragments. Telomerase is found only in the eukaryotes. It is a reverse transcriptase. It contains RNA-dependent DNA polymerase enzyme that adds the DNA to the 3' ends of the chromosome, and telomerase, by synthesizing the telomers on the chromosome ends, it prevents the loss of genetic material with every DNA duplication. Because RNA primer, when it is starting the synthesis, it is not exactly starting from the first base. It will leave few bases and it starts synthesizing the RNA primer. The primase starts synthesizing the RNA primer. There is a chance that few bases are left out. So every time during DNA replication, there is a chance that some bases may be lost. So to prevent this loss, the telomerase will add the DNA tags to the 3' end and avoids the loss of genetic material with every duplication.